What's up, guys? DMVDrakes here. We're coming at you with Spider-Man Jones's Megidramon male deck profile. Take it away, big dog. Let's go.
Alright, so this is just a fun deck that I started building at EX4. And then once we got BT-13, we got a little more cards to start building upon it. And then after playtesting and having some fun matches, I think I got a deck profile y'all might like. Starting for, we got the BT-12 Digimon. The Inherit gives 1 hit to all your deletion effects. This is somewhat relevant, but the main reason why I'm running this instead of the EX2 one is because I don't want to deck myself out. So I'm not drawing.
This is fair enough.
Moving on next, we're running 2 copies of the starter deck. Digimon. The main purpose of this is A, I can warp into Digimon, and B, if I do need a draw, this is like one easy way to draw. Moving on next, we're running 3 copies of the BT-12 Digimon. The main function of this, you add Takados when you search, and it gives 2K to your Digimons. Next, running on to the EX3 Digimon. The main function of this Digimon, the typical searcher, you just run 4 of it. That's your pieces. And then you're running 3 copies of the EX4 Digimon. You really can make way with 2. I feel like 3, you just really want to see it and trash in case you need to bring it back with the mill, or you just need a hard drop. And that does for rookies. Moving on to champions, we're running 3 copies of the BT-12 ground one. If you don't got Takado play, you can play Takado. And then it has the same hair as the BT-12 Digimon, which gives you plus 2K to your delete to your down mons and ground mons. You run 3. Next, we're running the best card in the deck, Black Realmon. You mill both players' decks and you grab a piece back. Really good, really consistent, and the Heron grabs a piece back. Really good. I would now run this any less than 4. And then running 3 copies of the EX3 Groundmon. This is at least when Digivolving, and Inherit does come up sometimes when you're going to pop something to give yourself Sack Check +1. Not all the time, but you can use some cheeky plays. The main reason why we're not running the starter deck Groundmon, no room. Just straight up no room.
Fair enough.
I don't know which one to cut. I kind of want the mill more than the memory.
Of course.
Moving on to our champions. So we're running 3 copies of War Realmon from EX3. You basically mill 3, then play a Takado or Digimon from the hand of trash if you have problem War and either plays trash. Coupled with like either this or this, you can basically just get here like on Digiball, so you can basically have faster setup.
Okay.
The reason why we're not running 4, we'll just see in a second. We're running 3 copies of Black Growl X from BT
EX4.
EX4.
Yeah.
So mainly it's here again for the mill, and the pop does sometimes comes up. Sometimes you might need the egg to raise, but this is just a weaker version of Chaos Gallimon, but you know, it's mostly here for the mills and the occasional pop. And then lastly, we're running 1 copy of BT-12 War Groundmon. The main function of this one, you know, you get the sweet inherit, you get the pop, you get the warp. You can bring this back, but because it doesn't mill, I'm not really prioritizing it. But if it does get milled later on, I can matrix or like warp with Takada to get it back. Okay. So it's really good. And that's it for champion. I'm only running 7 because the Black Growlmon can fetch it back really easily, so it's not really that much of an issue. We're moving on to Megas now. We're running 2 copies of the new secret Gallimon. This is good. You can just play this from your trash with certain cards. It has rush, you can hard drop it. It's very flexible. So if you need like a hard per game and you have an empty board, you can just drop this. It's Gallimon, so you know, add visual effects. We're running 2 copies of Chaos Gallimon. This is mostly like the same as a flex spot. You kind of just want this in the trash. So if you need to extend your plays and pop your Megidramons, you just have this in trash. It's also, you can just Digivolve for 3, so if you need like a cheap way to go into like Crimson mode, you can just Digivolve in this, not pass turn, and then you can go on Crimson.
Yeah, go ahead. No, I'm sorry.
Nextly, we're running 2 copies of the BT
EX2.
Sorry, EX2 Digimon. You know, it's good. You Digivolve into it, you pop something. If you don't, you mill something. On deletion, play Gilmon Tocado. Use him to pop him and get your deletion effects, and it's pretty good.
Yeah.
This is the one you really want to Digivolve into the most, but I've made way for 2 copies of the BT-13 Megidramon. This card is good and bad at the same time. You unconditionally mill 5. And then when it dies, you can just bring back a Digimon and name from either hand or trash as long as you have the Tamer in play. So you can bring back this, or this from either your hand or trash, and then just extend your plays. So you get a pop, you get a brush, or you just get this in case you want something more for father. Because it's not considered Chaos Gallimon like this one, you do not get the synergy from like all your inherits. But Tocado will give you Bliss as long as you Digivolve into War Ground. Moving on, we're running 1 Crimson mode. You can get it back pretty easily. Crimson mode per game. It's pretty good. You gotta run at least one of it. And then moving on to Tamers, we're running 4 the EX2 Tocado. You know, you got to. You want to mill this as soon as possible and get this in play. We're running 2 of the BT-12 Tocado. It's a memory setter, and you could potentially warp with Gallimon, so it's good to run 2. We're running 3 copies of Analog Use. This basically is good for filling your trash, grabbing pieces, and like extending plays when you would use Chaos Gallimon to pop your stack. You can just tap this for its own turn. And then that's it for Tamers. And lastly, for 2 options, we're running just 2 copies of Red Memory Boost, Draw, Consistency, and for the Spicy Tech, win rate 60%. Win rate is really good because we have some expensive Digivolution costs, so you want to reduce it with this. And additionally, if let's say this is in your hand, you can just win rate trash this, go into like go into Megidramon for 1, and then since you trash this with this, you can just pop this at the end of the turn and get more advantage and card effects. So that's pretty good. But that's a deck profile, guys. If I had to make one suggestion, I would drop maybe 1 analog cube for another copy of Win Rate, or like maybe like Rivals Garage or something like that. But this is pretty good by itself. Has some moderate fun, but y'all can just tweak the ratios however you like and see if I have fun.
And that's the deck profile. Thank you, Spider-Man, so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we got more deck profiles to come. Peace.